Mama told me you would show me your ways. Yeah, but I gotta check with him. I had the bands. Pull up in the land. Diamonds on me look like Ernie. He's always hating, said I'll never make it. I heard he's always talking with them.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today's matchup could be a track-em-out brawl as both teams rank in the top 10 in fewest yards allowed. The Broncos are top 10 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Jets, who will need to find a way to move the football.
All right, Larry, we are a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building as we come to you from Sports Authority Field at Mile High here in downtown Denver. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the New York Jets. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Here's Patty. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Ten yards still left on second down. Petty now. That's caught right side by Anderson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. On is the second-year man from Sam Houston State, Lachlan Edwards, to punt it away. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll start by running the option to the right. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Time running out here on the play clock. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 9 good yards there on the run, and now third down.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
The play clock's running down. Back to throw. Gardner. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Here we go now.
They'll try and throw for it with Lynch. Forced out to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. New York set to take the field, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion.
And his first carry, he loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads, and you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. First down, here's the run with Anderson, working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. They run it again with Anderson. Down right around the 25. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
After After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Play clock winding down.
Here we go.
Now it's the Chiefs' all-time leading rusher. It's Jamal Charles on the carry. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board. But the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if. While the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll look to throw here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Very good field position. Here's Anderson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him. If he gets lost, this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
A play fake to Anderson. It's Simeon. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A.J. Derby, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
He'll drop to throw. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. On the carry, this is McGuire. Room here to run. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now the rookie from Clemson, this is Wayne Gallman. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. On the ground, it's Gallman again. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of...
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Austin Safarian Jenkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have made this a 1-score game. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the best rivalries going. We'll have the Ravens and Steelers for you at 8:30 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday night, another divisional matchup. This time it's the Pats heading down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
Nice twofer there.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Simeon to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Throwing on third down, Simeon. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to air it out deep for... And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Florida, Marcus May. There he goes left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Point after now from Catanzaro. And that makes it 14-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory. Right back out there doing the things that he does best and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. A shotgun snap for Simeon. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Leonard Williams in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. And now out come the Jets. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. 23 yards on the play. They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. 3rd down here.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They're going to look to throw toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They'll run with McGuire. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They start the drive with Anderson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Booker on first down. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now he's flushed out right. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
From the gun on third, Simeon. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Coney Ely in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Here's Riley Dixon now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Back to Denver right after this. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for it.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
A second quarter score from Carson. The Chargers have scored again, so they open up a 2-touchdown lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. First down, Simeon. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now second down.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
From the 50, it's Simeon. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. 20. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Catanzaro now for the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start by running the option to the right. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw again. Gardner under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Coney Ely in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The final shot before break. Gardner, a hit as he throws there, incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here, as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. The Broncos on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. 3rd and short. It's Booker. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Let's go.
They'll try the air now with Simeon. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Here we go now.
Now a run with Anderson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
6 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. On the carry, it's Booker. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run for it with Anderson. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. C.J. Anderson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead. So they're going to go for 2.
Let's go. 3-19. Leopard. Detroit. No. Check. Patriot.
Oh, maybe a free play for Simeon. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the rookie from Utah, Brian Allen, who's got it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
All right, here we go.
They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Now Thomas will come in motion right. Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson pushing through tacklers at the 30. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now Simeon. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Running again, and again it's Booker. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Simeon. Got a man. He finds Sanders. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground, this time with Charles. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. On 1st down, it's Charles again. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
Let's go. Blue landed.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. C.J. Henderson with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Jets. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them. And
he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Patty. And he's got some space here. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And shutting him off, now open field. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
Right back to Booker. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. In motion left is Thomas. They'll run with D'Angelo Henderson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him, right at the line of scrimmage. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Petty now. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
That's complete over the middle to Stewart. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. They'll drop to throw. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And he is knocked down from the side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Fourth quarter, 2-minute warning about to hit, and it looks like they're going to get one more play in.
Be interesting to see what they try and do on this play. Do they try and take a shot, or do they just try and get to the 2-minute warning?
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. He'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Now a receiver in motion left. Now McGuire fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Carry number 20 coming up for Anderson. Fights him off. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. He's back to throw. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Leopard! Now let's go! Gone! Watch him now, Barney!
They'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go!
Simeon. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early, and then you kind of relax a little bit, to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Well, you talk about clutch right down the pipe, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
And he didn't leave much doubt there, did he? Good snap, good hold, and that one was dead center.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. To throw now on first down. Anunwa's got it, complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll look to throw, and that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? Anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath. And boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. To throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Biggest play now in this opening drive of overtime. This is 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And this offense on third down today, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver.